Hello. Here's some food for thought. Imagine Bat-Dad and the Unseen Man together on a boat on Lake Tahoe. I intentionally picked a big lake for this hypothetical scenario, so there's miles there to be covered. But I don't want to be on a boat with the Unseen Man. He is a hyper-evolutionist. Bat-Dad, thanks for interrupting and showing up already. What do you mean by a hyper-evolutionist? He believes that crazy fictional story, that Noah's Ark and that stupid book, the Bible. We know that did not happen. But if that did happen, that means all the animals on the earth came from that one boat about 4,000 years ago. Evolution does not happen that fast. We know evolution happens because I will call you stupid if you don't say evolution happens. But it doesn't happen that fast. We know how fast it happens. How do you know how fast it happens, Bat-Dad, real quick, before we go on with the story? Has it been tested? It's been written down thousands of times. That's the proof of it. But, Bat-Dad, what if the Unseen Man is basing his ideas on observed evidence? Do you have anything to say to that thought? There is no evidence. There's only his stupidity. And your stupidity if you believe it. And your stupidity if you believe the Bible. He thinks that speciation happened so fast. Oh, I don't want to say it. Hello, I'm the Unseen Man. And you won't get the truth about me out of Bat-Dad. I am not a hyper-evolutionist. If you mean by evolution, all life having one common ancestor. But speciation happens. And we've seen speciation happen. We can measure how fast it happens. It could have happened fast enough for all of the animals on Noah's Ark to be the progenitors of all life on Earth. Alright, anyway, can we get back to the boat? Can we get back to the boat, you guys? Bat-Dad's gonna have to suffer being on the boat with somebody he can't stand. Suck it up, Buttercup. So, imagine them on a boat. And Bat-Dad says, we're several miles away from those mountains over there. Of course, this is Lake Tahoe, and it's a big lake, it's a deep lake, and there are beautiful mountains around it. This boat is going to take 1,000 years to get to the edge of the water. That's how fast it happens. That is the way boats move. I am a believer in boat movement. And the boat's going to keep going over the mountain, and over the foothills, over the plains. If we decide to turn it, we could even make it go over the deserts and through the trees, through a forest. This boat, there's no limits to where it can go. It's going to keep going. And it's taken us 1,000 years to get a few miles to get to the shore there. Then the Unseen Man says, actually, Bat-Dad, it's a boat. It does not go over land. It will stop at that mountain. It will stop at the beach. It will not keep going. You have no reason to think that it will keep going. There are limits. And by the way, we're going to get to the land. We're going to run to that beach in about an hour. This is a slow boat, but it's going to get there. in about an hour, not 1,000 years. And how do I know? Because I've seen how fast this happens. I've been on this boat before, and I've seen how fast it happens. You, unseen man, are a hyper mover. You're a hyper boat mover because you're saying we're going to get all the way to the shore in an hour. You are a hyper boat mover. You're ridiculous. And by the way, we're getting over that mountain with this boat in another 1,000 years. You're denying the facts if you don't believe that. In that scenario, was it a legitimate accusation of being a hyper boat mover because he accepts how fast it really goes? Using the same word to describe the boat going over the mountain? No, there's a barrier. There's a difference between those two. The boat going over the mountain and the boat going... So it was an illegitimate lie or argument on Bat Dad's part that the unseen man is a hyper boat mover. There's got to be a different word to describe the boat going. Keeping going and over the mountain and over the plains and over the hills. There's got to be a different word to describe that, as opposed to the boat going the speed it really goes, but not going onto the dry ground. So, thank you for watching this Food for Thought. You have a good day.